everyone. So I am here with my first game from the regionals that I top 32'd. It's against Lucci, and I was on Usopp. I did edit this one down. It was over 30 minutes, and I think it was just the first game of the day, and me and my opponent were both taking kind of a leisurely pace, so I cut out, like 10 instances of 1 minute think breaks. I'm going to go ahead and play the speed at 1.5, and we'll kind of just talk about it as we go through. So for the matchup, generally, Usopp's pretty favored. We're going to play a Leo out here. The big things we're looking for are just pretty much anything that goes with our Rebecca combos. So yeah, I played Akiros, I get the stage, and then we're going to pass it back to them after we discard. So I end up discarding some counter. In this matchup, I'm not as worried about maintaining counter. They're not super aggressive, and if they clear our board, we're going to draw anyway. He plays out an Uda, so he's trying to set up where he can clear board pretty easy later on. For our 3-Don turn, we're going to swing. We're not starving Lucci or anything like that, so happy to just swing, and even if he gets a resource, that's fine. Because we're just going to keep focus on setting up our own board. Here I kind of get to go searcher crazy with the Leos. Yeah, once again, especially with like this early searcher, it's going to set up a situation where I'm able to play. Yeah, I'm able to search up a lot of what I need for the late game. And yeah, I get rid of a Leo here, which pretty much means I already have what I need in my hand. And then we have the Rebecca, which is nice because it'll help us fill our graveyard as well. That's a pretty terrible hit, but we're gonna get rid of it eventually anyway. Pass it back. My opponent, he doesn't want to use this Uda yet on my 1-drops, obviously. We're just gonna take oh yeah, the Kuzan here. So Kuzan can be a little bit annoying. Really, he's only ever gonna get 1 swing on board, just because, especially with the Coliseum, we can swing into things. But I think I searched the Zoro earlier, and I'm just going to use that Zoro here so we don't have to worry about it. So generally against Lucci, I'm looking to do one of two things. Either have so many defensive resources that I can outlive their hand size, or to set up these triple Rebecca turns coming up and be able to control their board that way, and just kind of produce enough high cost threats that they can't really do anything about it. My opponent is working on killing my Zoro here. I think the numbers on it aren't quite right if I remember. Yeah, I get kind of funky with stuff, but we're taking it again. In the end, it works out. We do all the math is correct. He's at 2, which lets him play his Rob Lucci here to clear 2 of my bodies. Notably, I'm at 6 cards, I believe, so I'm not going to draw here, but that's okay. I think in an ideal world, I would have had the counter to get out of that 7k swing, so I could at least draw here. But if I remember correctly, I think I only had 3k counter in my hand at this point. So it wasn't a real choice from my perspective. And here we got the Rebecca turn. So this Uda is definitely a goner in a multitude of ways. You can't swing leader at that Uda, so we're just going face again, take some resources, keep playing that game. And then we're to Rebecca. I think I played pretty tight overall today. Like, there was a while there where sometimes in paper I was forgetting to draw off Rebecca, that kind of stuff. But I do pretty well here. My opponent kind of sees the Kairos coming, is ready to bounce this Lucci back. I actually think this is a mistake. I'm swinging Rebecca at the Uda. I think I'm supposed to swing Kyros at the Uda. Just because there's never a world where he's going to commit, you know, 6 Dawn the next turn to swing into Kairos and kill it. But Rebecca is a free creature to swing into. And it would have been nice, I think, for the rest of this game to keep pinging him with that Rebecca. So my opponent was thinking a bit. Swinging 6. I believe it was at the Rebecca. And I actually do counter out here finally. For whatever reason. Probably just to get my hand size down. I think it's now at 4 or 5. He started off putting the minuses on the Kyros. So I was pretty worried he was going to have a way here to clear the Kyros, but he just plays out the Lucci again. He clears these 2. And this time, because I did counter out, I'm going to be able to draw, which is nice. But I thought about that at least. We'll see. I feel like there's about to be, you know, we're gonna keep swinging at life where we can. I believe I have another Rebecca Kairos and Cavendish turn. I think I might do that 3 times this game, which is just insane, but it happens. And I did do a lot of searching, so I don't feel too bad about it. But it definitely put me in a game plan, a very specific one, which was kind of just like keep putting things on, and eventually he'll run out of resources to kill them. Yeah, I take the Gats here. I played a couple Gats in this tournament. I don't think they were super necessary. But I do use it this turn. Oh, okay. I'm almost certain this gets fixed, but I do have too many characters currently. I'm probably just gonna trash the Searcher Rebecca here in a sec. But we bounce against the Lucci back to the hand. We're gonna have so many things on board soon that we don't really care if he keeps popping all these little guys. Like, we'd want to make room on our board, actually. And if he's popping little guys, we're drawing cards, so that's fine. I'll swing 5. Opponent is now at 3, just from all the little pings. He's going to give us counter. So here I was prioritizing keeping the board super clean. Oh yeah, I almost messed up again, but my opponent helped me out, reminded me about the character limit. And it didn't super matter there, because I had to get rid of like an actual body. My opponent has nothing, I have a ton of stuff, so I felt in a pretty good position from here. He swings 6. I believe it's at the Cavendish. Yep, 1k to get out of that. Oh yeah, the first Rebecca turn. And we're going to use it to clear my Kairos again. I guess that's the first Kairos he actually is killed. But now we're kind of in this like Usopp loop where now our opponent is discarding cards, multiple cards to get rid of things, and we're drawing a card every time he does that. And we're going to be drawing off Cavendish, and we kind of got him in a death spiral that he has to figure out a way out of. We're just going to keep pressuring board here. I believe he has 4 cards in hand. And I'm just going to start eating them because I know that I have another Kairos in hand and another Rebecca and I think another Cavendish. It's kind of just silly. Silly turn. It's one of these turns where with Usopp, your board does sometimes get too big and you just sort of like throw away resources. In some matchups that's really nice because it fills the yard every time you get rid of these little guys off the board. But specifically in the Lucci matchup, King Kong Gun is just like a win more card from my experience. It's like I would have won anyway, but now I'm doing it faster. So. But I could see there being some game states where it sneaks you a win as well. And they just didn't Rebecca up. So here I'm trying to figure out. I have to reveal. Trashing the Rebecca we just played to play Kairos over it. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be swinging this Rebecca or if I'm actually going to play out another Cavendish. And I choose a Cavendish just to continue to give us a billion things. Using the Kairos effect to return to hand to get a 2k. It's not necessarily something I think I need, but you know, you can never be too safe. Here I think that this is a small mistake. I don't think it matters really playing out this blocker. I'd be just as good off having it in hand and have used some of that Dawn to just ensure 100% that we kill the Garp. Especially at 2 life. There's not too much to worry about here. We have a 3-card hand. I think our opponent takes a small gamble here. But we just take the draw. He's going to Kaido out. We have had a card stuck in our hand the whole game, another Colosseum, and we just take the opportunity to get rid of it here. So at this point in the game, I believe I do end up King Konging for the win just because I can. But based on this board state, pretty much anything I do from this point on would have, I believe, still led to me winning even without it. But this just speeds things up a lot. And you know, we still play right. Oh, actually, funny. I know I'm going for game here. I didn't even bother to use the Cavendish there. I'm pretty sure just math-wise I knew we were good. And that's GG's. Yeah, thanks to my first opponent. It was definitely nice to start the day out with a good matchup for me. And I think that was like a pretty big like confidence booster throughout the rest of the day. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the next one.